Hey everybody, welcome back to Age of Wonders Planetfall. We've unlocked phase manipulation, so we have this new mod if we want.
My harmonic phase modulator. Matter doesn't matter. Who would suppose that substance is merely two waveforms in alignment?
Matter doesn't matter.
Tech Oilar, Void Tech Line Patrol.
Let's get real. It also gives us a new tactical operation. Reactive phase defense for 3 turns. Each time a unit would take damage, it will teleport to a random hex within 2 hexes of their original position. So, could get us out of some trouble, depending. Now, we need to head down here because we just learned that this guy, or where is he? Can't remember where he is exactly. But anyways, there's a guy that we need to find this pendant for. And so we're going to head into this area. Fang Jiang's family heirloom next turn. We need to convince him to cease fire by heading in there to find it. There's a couple other ways we could do it. We know now that the different squad leaders have been employing Promethean weaponry throughout the planet. Hugh Jiang mentioned the Molten Earth Arsenal, which had to be reconquered. So I would assume it is the supply base where those weapons are stored and manufactured. Sounds like a place that we should pay a visit. I'm still not sure if Valentine was mocking me when he referred to the Elysian Park, sending me on a wild goose chase through deteriorating pleasure parks. Sounds like something he'd enjoy. Still, I cannot ignore the possibility that he has a point. As opportunistic as he may be, Michael Valentine is still a Vanguard officer. Vanguard officers don't joke about war. So look for the Molten Earth Arsenal, where these guys get their Promethean weapons, and search the Elysian Parks to learn more about the incidents that led to the escalation of the Vanguard conflict. There's the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald Elysian Parks. All right. So we've found 2 of the Vanguard squad leaders. We need to find Levi Ash, which is, I guess, way over here. And that's going to take us a second because we don't have a large army. So in the meantime, we can do things that are in this area. We can head... Let's bring Jack and the boys over here. Paragon Repair Station. The nice thing about this, and these are things that I guess we should be taking a closer look at around the map, is like, what are these things that we see, right? These repair stations actually heal to full when we visit. You'll notice that between battle, that's not always happening. This thing here fully restores all move points of visiting units, so you can like do a double move type of thing. Anyways, here, let's check what's going on. Let's search the repair station. Hope this pendant of yours is made of tricorium, Lieutenant, because this place looks like it's been wrecked by a horde of angry pteranodon. How can you even be so sure, though, that this is where we need to search? For all we know, your brother could have switched working places a dozen times before he resigned. Look, I didn't want to bring this up earlier, but let's just say that my parents were very preoccupied with any family members going missing, so they took some precautions. The pendants, they're more than just mere adornments. Oh, they're like GPS or something? Yeah. What are they then? Tracking devices? No wonder you never talk about your family. Yeah, we could use them to find each other. When we landed, I located the pendant of my brother in this position. Last I checked, it was still here, but now it appears to be moving. These are fresh hopperhound tracks. I suspect one of those creatures scavenged your pendant. I remember several incident reports where exterminators found entire collections of shiny objects in a hopperhound burrow. Find the creature that ravaged the repair station. There's 4 units to slay there. Fang Jiang's family heirloom.
Objective completed.
Okay. This also gives us a Vanguard engineer that can place gun turrets, has a shotgun, has repair tools, targeting calibration, biological. Cool. I'll take that. Okay, so I think what we should probably do is we should equip her with like some other units so that she can fight. Because right here, like we could go in battle. 510 versus 340. It is a low risk battle, but like these guys are just quite weak. They're not very strong units. There's only 3 of them. Why not make it even better? You know what I mean? I think that's probably the way to go. So we'll continue to hover around here in case we get attacked, and then we have a big army for defense. But let's head north and try to find this object. All right, food development's done.
Food is a governing tool. Just as fuel is essential to power a machine, food is the ruling principle of happy, strong, and productive colonists. Tony Rubio Strong, Manpower and Machine Motivational Consulting.
So this is giving a +1, or when we build this is giving a +1 level to all food sectors. And that comes into play in things like these. So sector upgrades. This bioengineered food plantation can only be built in an agricultural exploitation sector. And then the various levels there are based on that food sector level that I just showed you and the various unlocks. So this one decreases the food required to get new colonists. This one here talks about food sharing taxes, which I believe is like when we get more colonies going, we can borrow food from each other. If one is underproducing food, they can take from another, but there's taxes and it's not as effective. So I think that's where that's going to come into play. Anyways, let's select a new research. Oh, you know what? I think maybe what happened, I think we got biological or environmental conditioning automatically, because this looks like it's fully researched. Not that I just can't select it. I think it gave us the research before, which we need to use to remove that hazard for that guy. So anyways, let's maybe grab area surveillance. And what else is done here? Huey publicly complimented me.
And native NPC factions you encounter on the planet are listed in the diplomacy interface.
All right.
Along with faction information and their relation towards you.
You can start negotiations by selecting the faction you wish to speak with. Hello, Jack Elder. Glad to hear from you again. I admire your empire and foresee great prosperity from a continued and flourishing relationship. So we can negotiate. This is very civvy, right? Open the pronouncement sub-options. These enable you to make statements or declarations affecting your relationship. There's the Casus Belli system. Negotiate trade deals. Change the diplomatic state from treaties. Send gifts or make demands.
This is the negotiations interface. Diplomatic alliances can be forged and trade can be conducted here. The left list contains things that you can offer, and on the right list are things you can request from the other faction.
You become an overlord. Overlord over the other player. This effectively creates a fixed alliance with the other player that only the overlord can break. The only works if neither player is already a vassal. Become a vassal is like to let them become the overlord, right? Okay. The overlord will gain an additional 10% energy and 10% research per turn based on the income of their vassal. Damn, that's really crazy. We can get energy and stuff per turn. Balance. I can give 50 energy to get... Yeah, okay. I'm not going to do that. Anyways, what kind of pronouncements are here? We could compliment to improve their opinion of you by 100. Where do we see, like, the opinion, necessarily? Hugh's opinion of Jack, 225. Jack's opinion of Hugh, 175. Okay, there it is. Jack's opinion of Michael. So this guy... This is where we might want to say, hey, dude, let's increase his opinion of us. Let's do this. Use complimented. Cool. Thank you for your kind message, though we may not yet share the best relationship. This will pave the way towards mutual respect. We're not going to piss off any of these guys if we don't have to, I don't think. But that's cool. All right. Orders required over here. Let's just keep scouting. What's this? Paragon faction. Let's head in here. Versalis Acta. Paragon faction. NPC dwellings. Okay. Happiness in Avalmill. Happiness event happened.
Happiness event in colony.
So we were talking about this when we were building the happiness building that gave us the slots. So the happiness event happened. I think it got boosted because we had so much extra happiness happening. Now, when it triggers, something can happen. Kind of like a golden age almost in Civ, I would compare it to. The company's knowledge income is increased by 100% for this turn. Cool, so nice to have. We've got happiness slots here. We're growing in one turn. We're still going to have excess happiness because we'll be at minus 14 for upkeep. So I think that we're fine there for happiness. We've produced the specialist training center. So if we go over here, what can we build now? We've got the pug. That's cool. I don't know if I need to build any of these right at the moment. I think we'll continue working on this stuff. Standard military infrastructure or those botanical gardens. But again, I think our happiness is fine. So let's do this. Let's see. Hold up. Produce the starship maintenance bay. Uses special alloys suitable to the harsh environments of space, and the construction-making units produce this colony more durable. Mechanical units produced in this colony all have +2 resistance to all damage. Oh, cool. So that's because of that starship thing that we added recently. Okay. Let's do this one for now. All of these things build rather quickly. This now leads to improved military infrastructure, which is this one, so we could queue that up. Or there's defense turrets to help defend the colony in tactical combat. Let's do this. And let's see what we can find over here, if anything. Salvageable cosmite at this location. Thank you. I will take it. That's good for equipping any mods and such. Now this thing, the Vanguard Engineer. Shotgun, turrets, repair tools, target calibration. Increasing accuracy by 30% of a friendly mechanical unit. And then defense mode. So we should probably bring him over here. Maybe he can join this squad. If we're going to head in this direction, we'll see if we can meet up over in that area. Hello. So is this a group that was protecting this other thing or no? It looks like it's the same. Yeah, okay, so it's just a creature. It's not specific to location, so this thing would always be moving. Now, look at this. Okay. So, Alpha Hopperhound Eviscerator. Very strong. It's a risky battle. They're even stronger than we are. Ferocious Pug. ×3. All these burst lasers. So what we want to do is I think we want them to engage on us, if possible. I don't know how that's going to work exactly. Subjugation ordnance is done, so we have another unit mod and a tactical operation available.
Especially striking a foe flying at supersonic speed.
I bet you some of these
Syndicate assassin.
Some of these tactical operations are going to be so strong. Like, this seems pretty good. 12 damage in a 1 hex radius area of effect with 12 strength, chance to apply bleeding to biological and cyborg units. Pretty solid. 20% harder to hit and gains detection. So if we made a unit that has like the nanite injectors, the phase walk modulators, and this, that's a 40% reduction in getting hit. That just seems really good. That just seems really good. But expensive. Like, you got to build all these mods. So, you know. Battle won by Huey. Huey attacked Marauder Guard. Oh, okay. I guess that's because we're buddies we're getting that update. Message from Paragon Faction. The Bionic Man. We've lost technology from the past and the means to research and develop our most elite Paragon privileges. Your colony is advancing. With our guidance, you might be able to restore technologies we once thought lost to legend. Using the following bionics, could you show us if you can upgrade these very powerful implants? This will automatically start the research to get to Paragon Bionics. Sure. Let's just do it. I'll try and get this guy in here. Not fully understanding if we're gonna just get smashed. Supply stash here. Thank you. Take the 16 food. So that's a little bit of a growth burst there. Ooh, it's getting scary out here. Okay. How do I remove this? Let's just do that. Put her there. Here's the Molten Earth arsenal. Sina of House Timur. My, look what you got here. More volunteers to serve the glorious cause of House Timur. I was thinking to start this whole expedition may have been a waste of our resources. House Timur, isn't that the kind of pretentious name the Syndicate would give to their criminal organizations? You're the ones from the ship we encountered in that spatial rift, aren't you? I was supposed to find an entire Vanguard squad at this location. Tell me what you've done to them and I may spare you and your Outlander friends. Oh, you're a feisty one and so adorably clueless. I almost think I should keep you. Don't worry about your friends, darling. We took them into our care. You should have seen them before. They were also awfully malnourished. Took them into your care. Turned them into slaves, you mean? The Kirko were only a small part of the living property we found as we inspected the Syndicate. Back then, I had to obey the law and accept whenever the ones responsible could buy themselves out of the punishment. But the situation has changed. I suggest you leave the planet immediately without your volunteers. Sorry, darling, but the property of House Timur is non-negotiable. However, I may be convinced to refrain from further acquisitions if I am compensated for the losses caused me by such a withdrawal. I have a list of supplementary items that could be manufactured in your colonies. Provide me with enough of them and I shall consider your request. What should I do? I want Sina off the planet, but do we risk another full-scale war? Meeting her demand seems risky since we may be stalling until backups arrive. The only thing I can say for sure is that whichever option I choose, dealing with her is not going to be an easy task.
Objective completed.
Well, we found the ship, so that's cool. Vanguard gunship. Hello.
Objective complete.
Here's all the squad leaders, assault bikes. Okay, so now, cooperate with Sina. We've got a few different people out there that we're now interacting with. We can find available quest production options in the structure production panel of the colony center. 500 in production goods for House Timur. All colonies contribute with their production to this project. You can find available quest production options in the structure production panel of the colony center. Okay, so if you go here, yeah, here, I see. Goods for House Timur. Sure. I mean, it's only 3 turns after that. The way that I'm seeing it. Lieutenant, you look unsettled. Is there something bothering you? You always know you can speak your mind with me. Thank you, Commander, but it's nothing really. No reason to be concerned. Not a solid one anyway. What is it, Dave? Spit it out. All right, Commander, but you must promise to keep this between us and not embarrass me in front of the squad. Ever since we landed, I had this eerie feeling that I'm being watched. I can sense that something is off, but no matter how hard I pay attention, can't find any concrete evidence to support my paranoia. Some paranoia may be healthy when you're stuck between the battle lines of rogue Vanguard squads and an opportunistic Syndicate house. Last few weeks have been rough for everyone. First leaving our past lives behind in cryosleep, now this madness. Just don't let the situation get to you, Day. We're all in this together. Thanks, Jack. You're right. It was probably nothing. Probably not. It was probably something. You're about to trespass. If your army's seen while trespassing, you will incur a relations penalty and units can be attacked without war. Are you sure you want to enter the domain? No, we're going to go ahead and pass on that.
A colony militia has joined this battle, meaning the defender has extra units involved. When engaging in combat on a colony center or province sector base, there is always a colony militia present.
The colony militia can be upgraded in the militia structures in the colony center. So I think that's triggered here by us being in here, right? Or approaching it anyway. Pulse defense turret? Yeah, yikes. Okay. Just seeing if we can get information about selecting these sectors. I'm not exactly sure how we do that, but anyways. This is cool because we have a flying unit. Vanguard gunship. Let's come over here. You guys can group up. And then maybe we can meet up there. 3, and then we'll have another 3 soon. We might get attacked. Oh, okay. Syndicate agent, good day, Colonel. It has come to my attention that you're having some trouble with Sina of House Timur. I heard of her demands and believe they won't be her last ones. I know a subtle and yet effective way to get her off the planet. Interested? Depends. First tell me who you are and why you should even want to help me, then we can talk. I'm a friend. Friend with a certain interest in seeing Sina retreat from the planet. Anything to damage House Timur. I have incriminating information about Sina's past. Her ascension onto throne Timur wasn't all sunshine and roses. There are some people who try to kill her if they learn how she acquired her current position. All you need to do is show her that you have proof of what happened and she should be more cooperative. Yeah, okay. Suppose you can provide me with such proof? Yes, indeed I can. Meet me at these coordinates and be sure to be less noisy. From what I've seen, stealth isn't your soldier's most distinguished quality. Go and receive the coordinates. Meet with the Syndicate agent. Okay. I can do that. We're gonna merge these armies up. And then I'm pretty sure you only get to fight together when you're the one who's attacked. So I don't know if I can, like, coerce these guys into attacking me or not. Where are we? Bottom left? Or, sorry, bottom right? Go check out all these areas. We are going to be able to annex another place soon. Actually, I think now we can.
Objective completed.
With this new research, we can replace our old bionics with stronger, more sustainable enhancement. The Paragon thanks you. Cool. So we're already doing this thing for Sina.
If properly targeted, a bullet
this
will
is
hit
nice
its
too.
mark at a speed impossible for humans to dodge. To increase human evasion, one needs smart defenses. Want to dodge a bullet? Obtain a detector capable of triggering ballistic shields preemptively. Mr. Bowman, developer, CenturyLink Security Systems.
So in addition to unlocking this one, which gets us harder to hit, we can put extra armor and stagger resistance, and I think explosion resistance on cyborg mechanical and infantry units. Okay. Do I want to get... These are a bunch of tactical or strategic operations. Okay. What do we have here? Allows the unit to fire electrified ammunition to deal arc damage. Advanced accelerators built into the weapon stabilize the shot, improving accuracy by 10% and adding +1 range. This gets us access to Echo Walkers, and then this is like the laser boost. All pretty cool. I'm gonna go with the heavy lasers for now. Area surveillance is done.
If you want to improve your capabilities, you don't just set a goal. You must also monitor it. Only by carefully watching your progression, guarding against backsliding, can you achieve solid success.
So now
Tony
this gets
Rubio
us
Strong, Manpower and Machine Motivational Consulting.
the capability rankings to see how we're ranking against the other leaders in different areas. Native threat locator reveals the location of the nearest unexplored hostile spawner to the target colony. That's kind of cool. And then this, where we can deploy a monitoring station to give us vision for 6 hexes and sensor coverage for 12. All right. So yeah, this must have unlocked at the time that we found that little environment hazard. So I don't know if we need to backfill all of these right now. A wing in your headquarters dedicated to research into diplomatic interactions. +2 influence income. Generate knowledge. Cosmite Research Center. Maybe that would be good, because we want to spend that a lot on upgrades, generally. Knowledge and Cosmite, I think we're definitely a little bit behind. So, let's take a look at that.
The unit's template manager interface shows you mod templates.
Not that important to us. What I'm looking for is like the diplomacy thing, where we can see everybody's thing, but maybe it'll come up in here. Empire Task Negotiator is unlocked. Sign a relationship pact with a faction. Buy 5 items from a faction. Completed the emissary.
Empire
Oh,
task
nice.
Completed.
Okay, so this is where we achieve peace with somebody and do a couple of quests. And we were the first one, so we got influence. Research the Operation Effectiveness 1 skill. Use a strategic operation. Use a covert operation. Ops ready to prime. Here's strategic ones. Let's do the native threat locator. We'll prime this. This is the spaceport thing that we set up previously. Avalmil can annex another sector. Yeah, okay, we were just talking about that. So I want to grab just one of these right next to us. This one is not touching. So we can either grab like Rupture Cracks, Ancient Peaks, Craggy Font, or Craggy Front. Craggy Font. But we've got these guys like super far away. I'll bring them back. It'll take a sec. That's okay. Yeah, we'll get this first. Okay, and then here, grab this stuff. Crashed research ship for 24 knowledge. I will take that. Thank you. Let's see. We're trying to chase that unit in the top. Cooperate with Cena. We're giving her those goods. Be with the rival house agent. So I guess we could do that instead of annexing, but we're kind of missing out on stuff if we're not annexing right away. My question is, like, how am I going to deal with that group when it's super strong like that, you know? I might just have to wait till we get stronger units and then try and deal with it. And in the meantime, we could go and clear out other less intense threats. Maybe. We'll still shadow. And we'll head down into this area. Okay. Let's head up top. Okay, so native threat locator.
Toolkit that allows commanders to support military actions and steer government policies. Ops of increasing strength are unlocked through research and are listed on the left side of the operations interface.
Divided into 3 categories: tactical, strategic, and doctrines, which we already know about.
Strategic and doctrine operations need to be primed before use. The priming process takes a number of turns pending the ops cost.
Gotcha. So that's how that works.
Strategic operation points.
So at the number of turns, so if we only have 0 of 2 and there's something that takes 4, then it will prime for 2 turns, I guess. All right. Okay, so target a friendly colony. Reveals the location of the nearest unexplored hostile spawner to the target colony. So if I go here, launch the operation at Availamill. Okay. After a long exhaustive analysis of available archives and sensor data, our scientists are ready to present the results. A spawner has been located. Pirate hideout. So we want to kill this, because this is like, I think, spawning quote-unquote barbarians. I think. We want to get rid of that eventually. By eventually, I mean ASAP. Paragon faction demand. Oh, what's happening here? Ah, there's the person we're looking for. It's come to our attention that tribute has not been made. Please do so for the sake of a good relationship, of course. Accept a quest from the demanding faction as an alternative action to meet their demand. Failing that quest will have the same consequences, declining. We have extra money. That's fine. Whatever. I didn't notice these guys here, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a problem. We kind of got some of that back. We're gonna go out here. And then I'll move these guys back to fight if we need.
Operations available for priming.
Just trying to get an idea of where our guys are at, because we're like so far away.
When engaging an army,
All right, here we go.
All armies adjacent to the defending
Perfect.
army that are allied to either
So they did
the
take the
defending
bait.
army or the attacking army are drawn into combat as well.
Okay, so what this is saying is, when engaging in army combat, all armies adjacent to the defending army that are allied to either the defending army or the attacking army are drawn into combat as well. Okay. So, like, if we attack this guy and he had friends that were over here, they would be drawn in also. It means up to 42 units can potentially join the same battle, and that one side can have a numbers advantage over the other. Prior to the start of combat, a special combat preview will show all armies that are engaged in combat. And it kind of... Oh, it shows it by hex, too. That's really cool. All right. Awesome. Well, tell you what, guys. We'll leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger because this video is pretty long. But when we come back, we're going to have manual combat started right at the beginning. Here we go.